So in a past video, we talked about cutoff day. The day something massively happens. In this case, the United States does a military action around Greenland, and what you should do in order to prepare for that. And it's important to note that we're talking in hypotheticals here, in scenarios. So I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I do think there is a fair chance for this to happen. Let's call it 40%. You might argue with that. For the thought experiment right now, let's call it 40%. Okay, so if in 40% of the future scenarios the United States will do something like this, I argued in the last video that maybe you should get prepared for that. Turn off American services that you're consuming, try to find European alternatives. This is good, but this is a defensive view of the whole situation. In addition, what you can do, especially if your organization is agile, this is why it's called like that. You're agile to react to outside environmental changes and to competitive moves, etc. If you're agile, if your organization has this ability to change course quickly for a low price, and you're not the ocean tanker that takes forever to change course, what you can actually do is now think more aggressively in an offensive mode. And what you can do is then think, okay, so if in 40% of the cases I know that everybody is going to get off American IT platforms, everybody is going to cancel their American SaaS solutions, everybody is going to quit Netflix in protest and so on. What can you do right now to get your organization into a position to profit from that? Can you build the next Netflix? Probably not. That's probably too big. Can you look at what kind of SaaS solutions Europeans use from the United States that are actually easier to copy? I think you can. Right? And so this is why I always insist on being aware of economic shifts, of politics, of history, of strategy, because if you're a business owner, if you're the C-level executive, these things actually matter for you. Imagine you build up more and more of your organizational technological infrastructure on American services, and cutoff day happens. You're going to be screwed, right? But if you're aware of this, you might still do it, but you have it in the back of your head, oh, I got to be careful, maybe I'll prepare an alternative, don't need to put a lot of resources into it. But you could also say, hey, we actually have similar capabilities to whatever we are buying from the United States. Let's try to get in a position that if this happens, we can actually pick up the slack and we can make a lot of money doing this. Think back to when COVID started, how much money was made by the people who produced masks. How much money was made by the people who invented the vaccines and produced them. So all changes have negative sides, but also positive sides. But if you're investing into being very agile, if you're investing in the strategic thinking, the awareness, you actually have a lot of opportunities that open up by any kind of change, because there's always going to be somebody that loses, somebody that wins. And in this situation, cutoff day, it's a hypothetical. But is there something you can do to put yourself in a position to massively profit from something that happens like that? And also help Europe in the process, right? Because we need those services that we're now getting from the United States. And you can actually go become the person that makes a lot of money by helping us out and making us more independent from the United States.